Hi guys, my name is Destiny and welcome back to another video in the to-do list section. And in this one, we're going to go ahead and start working with deleting a to-do from the list. In the last one, we worked with creating a to-do, and this one, we're going to work with deleting to-dos from the list. Hopefully, you guys are going to enjoy the video. Do make sure to drop a like. Consider subscribing, this has really mean the world to me. So, let's go ahead and get started. Now, this one is going to be quite easy and short. All we just need to do is, this is the form submit function, right? Just below the form submit function, we want to create another function and we're going to call this one delete to do. And you want to pass in async for this, or there's going to be an error. All right. And over here, I want to pass in to do ID as a parameter. And in here, we just need to pass in await and call API.delete. And what do we want to delete? We want to delete a to-do detail. All right. So I'm going to open up my URL backend. And as you can see, for this one over here, this to-do detail, when you call the delete method on this to-do detail, it's going to go ahead and delete it, because in the to-do detail, we have retrieve, update, destroy. So whenever you have the destroy API view, that means you can call delete on the method. Whenever we have update, you can call put or patch. Whenever we have retrieve, you can call get. Whenever we have create, you can call post. All right. So over here now, what we just need to say is pass in the base URL plus to do detail. What do we call it in URL? This is it over here, to do dash detail. All right. Plus this needs to be a slash to do detail like that. And we also need to pass in the ID of the user that owns the to do. That's this one over here. In the URL, you can see that we pass in the owner of the user that owns the to do and the ID of the to do that we want to delete. So how do we get the ID of the user that owns the to do? It's going to be user ID. We got that at the top. And one more thing that we need to get now is the ID of the to do. That's going to be this one over here, to do ID. So just grab it and put it down there. All right. And finally, we're going to end this off with a slash. Okay, so that's pretty much it. When we call this function now, a to do will get deleted. And just one more thing that we need to do is just go ahead and call the fetch to dos, so that when the to do get deleted, we want to update the list, all right, and show the new to dos that we now have. So I want to call this fetch to dos function over here. That's pretty much it. We are done. Now, I'm still going to explain this. I know you guys might be confused now, but don't worry, I'm going to explain this. So you want to locate the delete button, this one over here, this down trash button. And one of the things that we want to do, firstly, we're going to start off by adding in an on click there. So just over here, I'm going to say on click should be what? Now, we need to find a way to actually pass in the to do ID to this function over here that will pass in. You can call this banana, all right? But if you call this banana, make sure that you call this banana over here too. And make sure that the to-do ID that we're going to pass in here, you're going to call it banana. Let me show you. So over here now, I want to create a function. And this one is going to be what? We're going to call the delete to do. Remember how when we did on click in the add button, we just did on click form submit. So whenever we click on the add to do button, we actually go ahead and call this function form submit that processes the to do and adds it to the database. This time around, that's the same thing we are doing over here. We are just calling on click and delete to do, but we actually need a way to pass the to do ID that we want to delete back to the function to be able to grab it over here. Let me change this to do underscore ID. All right. So you guys don't actually get confused about it. So over here, instead of just passing in this delete to do, we need to make it a function, and that function is going to be this delete to do. This delete to do has a parameter. All right. This to do has a parameter that's called this over here. There you go. So I'm going to pass that in, but this is not going to work. What we are supposed to pass in here is the ID of the to do. And remember, we are getting to dos from this to do.title. And if you check out the API, then you see that we also even have to do.id. That means if we call to do.id, we will still be able to get the ID of the to do, right? So you can see to do.id. All right. Now this is not going to work. You need to actually make this a function for it to work like this. You see? So when you do it like this, that's when it's going to work. So I think that's even pretty much what we want to do. And let's go ahead and run this and see if it actually works as expected. I'm going to get back here and let's delete this one. There you go. It's gone. I'm going to delete this one. There you go. It's gone. I'm going to delete all this. See, they are gone. All right. So that's the best way to actually do this. This to do ID over here, you can call it whatever you want, but make sure that whatever you pass in here, you also pass it in here. Now, when we call this delete to do function in the button, we need a way to actually populate this to do ID. Now, we're actually populating the to do ID pretty much by passing in the to do.id into the delete to do function. I know it might sound like gibberish, but that's the best way I can explain it for now. And hopefully you guys did understand. I think that's it. We're actually done with the video. There's nothing else that we are supposed to do. As you can see, it's all working perfectly well. You guys, you could go ahead and, bump things up and add the swirl if you want. Okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do that also. I'm going to grab the swirl and I'm going to put it down there. And we could just say to do deleted. All right, as simple as that. Now let's try this again. I'm going to delete, to do deleted, delete, to do deleted, delete, to do deleted. We can add a new one, Rick leaves, add, to do added. We can also go ahead and delete, to do deleted. So it's working perfectly well. And I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys actually understood what happened on the video. It's very simple, just a very short function, then call the function over here in the button, but just look for a way to pass in the ID of the to do to the function so that you're going to be able to get it over here. All right, do make sure to drop a like on the video. It really means a lot to me. Check out the links in the description. One of them might help you becoming a better Django developer, and enrolling in one of the courses will really mean the world to me and help us grow together. Hopefully, I'm going to see you in the next video where we're going to go ahead and start marking this as complete. Until the next video, mad love. Peace out.